Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We only have a little bit of time because I gotta take the boys to go get haircuts. Here's the deal. I'm gonna put this out just to get started. No. I'm not leaving until yeah. I'm not leaving for a long time. Shaka Maku. Maku. Yeah, don't cut your hair. Let it grow. Let it grow. All right, so here's the deal. I'm gonna say it real quick, and then we're gonna leave it alone. Somebody tried to dox me. Okay. After this, I'm not gonna address it at all. Okay. Um, and they're doing it to try and hurt me and try to discourage me from getting off the app. And it did hurt me. It did hurt me. Um, Not because they're a racist Kadunchud, right? I've been very candid about you know my infidelity all the way up until like 2012. You know what I mean? I worked really hard on becoming a good husband and a good father. So that doesn't bother me. My job is prepared. I've prepared my job. My local authorities are alerted. So none of that really bugs me. But what did bug me is that in an attempt to dox me, they dropped my kid's name. And they didn't just drop my kid's name, they dead named my kid. And it's hard to enrage me. It's hard to enrage me, you know? But I'm actually seething. I'm actually seething with rage. This would have been, in the real world or the regular world, this would have been handled pretty quickly. I would have handled it. But it's the internet, you know? But I do want to punish them. And I need all of your help I need all of your help to help me punish them. And in this request, I want you to envision what it would be like to be a ghost, right? Imagine screaming at the top of your lungs in people's faces and not being heard and not being seen. Imagine what that would be like, right? Imagine trying to get someone's attention some kind of way, any kind of way, ramping up your behavior to make it more drastic, knocking things off of the wall, saying things. I remember in Milo Yiannopoulos, I believe it was Berkeley. I believe it was UC Berkeley decided to boycott Milo Yiannopoulos his guest speaking appearance. Right, what Milo liked to do is drum up controversy to get eyes on his brand, right? And so what he would threaten to dox queer and trans people. He would threaten to put out the identities of folks with immigrant status. And so, but he would escalate it, right? Like the campus say, "Oh, we're just not going to come. We're not going to give you any buzz. We're not going to give you any attention." And so he would ramp up his behavior and get worse and worse and worse. because that's what works. So, for their punishment, for dead naming my child, for including my child into their racist bullshit behavior, I want us to punish them with silence. I want them to be invisible and I want them to be silent. I don't care how bad their behavior becomes. I want you to not acknowledge them. Simply don't acknowledge them. Pretend like they're not even there. They want the reaction. Rule number 1, right? Don't feed the trolls, literally. Just don't feed the trolls. Too easy? Yeah, one in the chat if you're tracking. It's not the high road. Somebody says, you're right, but I hate the high road. It's not the high road. This is what hurts them. We're not taking the high road. We're taking the low road. We are going to hurt them. Through them being oblivious, or sorry, not oblivious. We're going to hurt them by making them invisible. All right, let's get started. Obsolete is a good word too.
Hey,
Hello.
how are you?
Really well, actually.
Good. You don't think it's possible for black people to be racist?
So much ice.
Sorry?
Why do they only want to get ice when I'm going live? What is that? What is that all about?
Pardon?
What is it? What is that all about? That my family only wants ice when I go live. All throughout the day, they're drinking just hot drinks. Just.
Oh, I thought you were like...
But when I go live, it's that ice machine is.
Yo, bro. On a side note, to be fair, the ice machine is one of like the best inventions in the house. You gotta admit it. It's great.
You know, because this live is so hot. Pew pew. Yeah, I get you.
Is it hot where you're at?
They can also, yeah, it's very hot, but they can also I don't know. It is what it is. I can move the studio into another room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's on me for, I negotiated with my wife and she said, no, this is the room that you get in the house. So make the best of it. So,
Yeah.
what's up?
I was just wondering, you say black people can be racist.
Yeah.
So you think it's impossible for a black person to be racist?
I do.
Okay.
Via,
how would you define racism?
Via.
I mean, how would you define the word racist?
We just got started. Hold on.
Okay. Go from your understanding without...
Yes.
Okay.
Son of a biscuit on a Triscuit. What is going... I hate my life. There used to be a show called Bonkers that would come on. It was like a Disney show, but I think it would come on ABC. And they had this character named Jitters. And Jitters would always get hurt because of something Bonkers would do him, but he would see the pain coming and he'd go, I hate my life. Anyway, what was I saying? Okay, yeah. So before we get into it, like the subject that I'm talking about is structure. Like I'm talking about the structure of society.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about the way society is structured, right? So if you have a social structure, if you have a way of doing things, a way of organizing people, and that is the conformed to way of doing things, right? then the
Yeah.
people who are powerless to change that social structure are not going to be the executors of that structure, right? They're not going to be the drivers of that structure. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay. So by racist, I mean the drivers of the structure.
Sorry, say again.
By racists, I mean the drivers, the beneficiaries, the executors, the enforcers of that structure.
Okay. So can you give an example of that?
Yeah. People with greater proximity to power, lawyers, doctors, politicians.
Well, so what about these people? These doctors, politicians, lawyers?
What do you mean? What about them?
Did you
They
just
they create the practice, policy, law, and procedure that enforces the hierarchy.
okay? I don't see what that has to do with your claim black people can't be racist.
Well, black people don't have a monopoly of control over resources, greater proximity to power, and monopoly on violence.
But they can still possible for a black person to be racist.
It is not.
Of course. So you never gave me
It's not within the nature of that structure to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not within the nature, right? Like imagine a bicycle. Can a bicycle fly?
No,
Why not?
because it's impossible.
It's impossible for because it's not built for flying. Correct?
Yeah.
Black people can't be racist because racism isn't built for black people to be racist. Racism isn't built for non-white people. Where'd he go?
I don't know. He just disappeared. Is it me? I feel like he dropped as soon as I loaded in the
Did you
panel.
scare my op away, Swan?
I'm not. I am not scary at all.
You scared my op away. You must have debunked him before.
I've never even heard his voice before. Somebody said Swan got the juice. I am not scary. I'm the least scary person on this app.
Yeah, I think the flying bicycles got him. Clearly, he's never seen E.T. Let's see, racism is when white man created hierarchy. Yeah, well, Sigs Enjoyer, I know you're being facetious, but yes. Yes. So, okay, we have so many examples. We have the hypodescent law from Virginia in 1929. We have the one drop rule that has persisted. We have, right, that's like evident. Okay, so race is about putting people into boxes, right? Race is about putting people into boxes, and those boxes they're not static, right? Or those boxes are not there just to be boxes. Those boxes are there to be ranked. But in a white supremacist power structure, the only box that clearly needs defining is the box at the top, which is whiteness. And for this reason, whiteness is maintained. It is kept pure. The one drop rule said that if you are anything other than, like, if you have anything other than complete whiteness in your lineage, you are not white. And that's how come we have so much trouble nailing down biracial identity, right? We have so much trouble nailing down biracial identity because the white supremacist power structure never bothered to define those, because all that needed to be clearly defined was whiteness. Purity, at least perceived purity. You know what I mean? We got some Nazis. We got some.
Well, I'm not a Nazi.
We got some fascists. But yeah, what's
I'm
up?
not a fascist.
Oh, okay.
I'm a LARPer. This is my LARP account. My fault.
Oh, don't LARP a fascist.
Is this a fascist thing? What do you mean? Is it the profile picture?
Turkish nationalist? Is that a brand of hot dog?
Nah. I have a friend who's a Kurd, and I like making fun of him. I'm not actually Turkish. Anyways,
You be balkanizing shit.
yeah. Well, I also have a friend who's Balkan, and I like making fun of her too.
Yeah.
Anyways, wait, I want to ask you: Can black people be racist to like Asians and shit, like other races? Because
No,
they definitely can't be
there's
the white people.
there's no racial group that can be racist other than white people.
That okay? Yeah, that makes sense.
And, right, like oftentimes people go like, "You're saying you hate women." That's not what I'm saying. I'm just describing how the social structuring is organized. That's all.
That makes sense. Yeah. Wait, I want to ask you: would you agree that femininity is also toxic?
It is not.
You don't think so?
No, cannot be. The reason
I
why
think it is.
masculinity is toxic is because man is an oppressor class.
So is
the
women.
performance. Oh, how? Wait,
Well,
wait,
it's not a
wait. Wait,
it's
how?
the gender binary is inherently oppressive.
The
as
gender
a whole
binary is oppressive, right?
Yeah.
Because
not because of the patriarchy, not because of men on a personal
because
level.
of patriarchy, because it's hierarchical.
Yes, but that would still apply to.
So
to
then, how
femininity.
can one be lower in the hierarchy but be oppressive to?
Oh, I'm not
higher
saying
in the hierarchy.
I'm not saying it's oppressive to men. It's oppressive to women.
Yeah. Masculinity is oppressive to women. Yes.
Same with femininity. Yes.
So are you saying that by occupying, by performing non-man status, right, that it is toxic to non-men?
Yeah. I'm a gender abolitionist. So yeah.
I am also learning about gender abolition, right?
Okay.
So, but I would think that is masculinity, right? Forcing femininity to occupy the oppressed status and the marginalized status. Wouldn't you agree?
I don't know. I don't know if I would. Yeah, I don't know. I reject both femininity and masculinity. I think both of those are.
I
lead
think
to
we should.
oppression.
I think we should as well. But when we're talking about the material conditions, the dialectic is supposed to be grounded in the material conditions.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for having me up. Have a good day.
Take care. Boo boo doo. Boo boo. What's 1350? A lie?
The exoneration rate.
True. The exoneration rate is 1355.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
So why can't black people be racist? What's up with the prompt?
Because of racism.
So I got hear me out, right? So my friend next to me right here, he's black. We're both from the Netherlands, right? He thinks it's absolutely dumb.
There's a Loch Ness monster I'm from the Netherlands, and the Loch Ness monster won't treat fitty. Can I hear your friend speak?
Hey man, what's up?
Hey, yes, this is me I'm black when I say
no, this is not the same person.
Hey there, player, I'm super black. Is that what we're?
Bro, you've got to be retarded, bro. What the fuck?
STR, bud.
STR. Okay, now he's gonna do another song. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Let me see you.
It SDR with the SDR. Everybody going with the SDR. What's up?
Is that AI generated?
Yeah. Brother.
That's what I'm saying, brother.
Yeah. Your PFP. I mean, this entire interface is AI generated. So
my PFP is not AI generated.
Yeah, the way it presents, whether it expands to fit the space, whether it shrinks to fit the space, is all determined by an AI-run algorithm that that conveys it to the audience. The entire interface is AI. So
Do you mean algorithmically in terms of translating a previous image to someone else? Yes, I agree. But I'm referring to generative AI, which is incredibly different than algorithmic AI. Do you know the difference?
no, I don't care.
But you brought it up,
It's like,
though.
I'm just saying, like, what's the
So
relevance?
you don't care, but you brought
What's-
it up and got proven wrong and somehow just rescinded your
Wait,
statement.
how did you prove me wrong? You just clarified. I'm still
No,
right.
I did.
I'm still right. Who gives a fuck?
You decided to speak
Well, no,
about
that's
it,
what I'm
so
saying.
you-
What I'm saying, I don't give a fuck, is like, how is it pertinent to any of the conversation? What does it matter?
Because you chose to converse on it, therefore it is pertinent to the conversation.
Oh, okay. I'm now rescinding my conversation.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good concession. All right, let's talk about the topic.
This is going to be difficult for you. Which topic?
All masculinity is toxic.
Oh, you already proved me right. Let's keep going.
Well, you made your claim. Can you provide your evidence and reasoning?
Masculinity is the performance of manhood. Man is an oppressor class. Oppressorship is toxic. The performance of oppressorship is toxic. Therefore, all masculinity is toxic.
Actually, that's not what masculinity is. Masculinity is actually traits and behaviors typically associated with men, historically and actively. And masculine. Oh,
You just
gotta
agreed
interrupt?
with me.
No, I didn't. So
You just agreed.
masculinity-
Yes, you did.
And
You
so
just
you're gonna
agreed with
cut me off all the time.
Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, is this
No, I wasn't
biologically or
finished, so you're gonna cut
sociologically
me off and
determined?
impose your own judgment and your own behavior and action.
Excuse me, real quick. I'm just going to ask you a question. Is this biologically or sociologically applied?
Both actually.
Okay, talk to me about that.
Well, no, I wasn't finished yet. You're trying to run from my statement because you can't handle it because you know you're going to get proven wrong. So my previous statement
I'll tell
was
you what,
about
here's
the
how we're gonna
actual
do this.
behaviors and associate.
The verisimilitude of strength and certainty doesn't help you here. You either participate honestly in the conversation or we kick you the fuck out. Thank you for displaying toxic masculinity, though.
Can I ask you a question?
What's happening?
Food. If there's a chef that keeps on saying, like, I'm such a good chef, like, I'm a great chef, I'm an amazing chef, does that actually determine whether their food is good or not? Or is it after
No.
someone tries and eats the food?
It's after someone tries and eats the food.
Okay, so they just got to be about it. They got to stop talking about it.
Yep.
It just, okay.
Yep. Translation: the meta is fucking impertinent. It's irrelevant. It's useless. It has no utility. Zach Shells.
Yes.
Zach
You're
Sells.
making the claim that black people
Zach
cannot be
Sells?
racist. I'm just interested in having you convince me.
You know I am.
Yeah, Zach Sells. Yep.
I just need you to prove me wrong. Fuck convincing you.
No, well, you're making the claim. I'm not
No,
making the claim.
I literally couldn't convince you if you decided that you wanted to be obstinate, willfully ignorant.
Oh, of course you could. Yeah, no, if I'm open to be
No, I
convinced
couldn't.
differently, of course you could.
Literally, I couldn't.
Why
All
not?
right, I'll tell you what amount of evidence would it take to convince you?
I would say if you were able to prove that your definition of racism holds up to the same scrutiny as a traditional definition of racism,
What amount
then I would
of
say-
evidence would prove that my definition
I
does
just
that?
said it. You could have a logical evidence that would prove it to me. So, for example, I'm assuming you're using the sociological definition that separates prejudice from a system of oppression. Correct? Is that your definition?
I'm using a
of racism?
proprietary definition.
Okay, explain it to me.
I've taken an amalgamation of several definitions plus my sociological analysis of the function. It's a functionalist definition. And then I've used that.
What does
to
that
better
mean? I'm
describe-
sorry.
You don't
I don't know
know?
that.
Okay, so
I don't
how could I
understand
convince
the
you
way
if you
that
don't know what I'm
you're
saying?
Well, that would be the start of it. You'd have to describe to me what your definition means,
Why?
and that would be the start of it.
This is just NPD.
Because you're making a claim that
this
you
is
would want
literally
people
this
to-
is literally just framing for NPD. This is called.
If you're interested
Excuse
in
me, sir?
teaching somebody something,
Sir, I'm so sorry. I have a show to run, and I need to communicate something to my audience. You've literally just tried to frame the conversation as me trying to prove some shit to you, so that you never have to defend any of your claims, right?
I don't have a claim.
In order for this to be a debate, right, you would have to pose an opposing viewpoint. Otherwise, I'd just be teaching you shit, and you would either be accepting or rejecting the shit that I'm teaching you.
Okay, I oppose your claim that black people can't be racist because I think that your definition does not hold up to that
What is my
whatsoever.
definition?
Your definition is a sociological definition that removes individual prejudice from from a system of oppression.
Whose job is it to study racism?
Whose job is it to study racism? I'm not sure how that relates to my question. So
Okay.
I just asked you if my definition of racism is the one you're using. What I just
Is
said.
racism one person? Is only one person doing racism?
No, but it can be. So you're saying that an individual cannot participate
All right.
in racism?
So only one person can do racism.
It is possible that one person can do
Just
racism.
one person by themselves can do racism. Against whom?
Okay, let me give you an example. So if I decide just as an individual not to hire a black person,
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Why?
You immediately included another person.
I'm the one. No, but the other person is not.
So let me reframe the question, because maybe you didn't understand the question. Can racism exist in a space where only one person exists?
No.
Okay, so racism must require interactions between two or more people.
So to answer that question, I would say, are you able to think about racism or have a racist thought without another person being in the room?
Okay, so that's a dodge.
Why is that a dodge?
I want you to just answer my question.
Dodge number one.
No, I did answer your question.
You did not. You asked me a question.
Yeah, because that is the answer.
I'm going to ask you one more time. Racism requires interactions between two or more people?
Are you asserting that, or are you asking me? Because I'm going to give you an answer that you're not going to like.
Dodge number two.
Pretend.
That was a
question. If you're asserting that, that's different than me. Okay, the answer that I'm going to give you is that if I can sit in my house by myself and have a racist thought, then I've experienced racism.
A racist thought against whom?
Anybody not in the same race as me.
Oh, sorry. You just included more people.
Right, but I'm doing it by myself.
Yes, but you've included other people. You need other people in order to do that racism.
Other people.
So I'm going to ask you one more time. I'm going to ask you one more time. Does racism require two or more people?
If I don't agree with the frame of your question, you're just going to drop me because you're running from it?
No, you're literally running and then
I don't
saying
agree
that
with the
I'm
framing
running.
of your question. I don't agree with the framing of your question.
Dodge number three. Sorry, you're out.
Should have engaged honestly. The reason why he didn't answer the question is because he realizes that, yes, racism does require interactions between two or more people. That would be sociology. And so it is the job of sociologists to study sociology. Therefore, it makes sense to use the sociological definition of racism. Stop being bad at this, guys. God damn it. You son of a biscuit on a Triscuit.
Thank you to the person that just sent me a CA for $5.
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
So, how come you're sitting on your grandma's attic, bro?
The one that goes...
Nigger, nigger. I hate niggers. Fuck you, nigger.
Whoever sent Swan that cash out. I don't know what you all are talking about. Nothing happened. Okay, Baja, you're not loading up. You're going to have to drop and re-request, okay?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
For me, I was wanting to discuss the black people can't be racist.
Okay. Swan, you want this one?
Yeah, I'll take this one.
For sure.
This is my first time. CG Archer. I never debated this before.
Okay. Do you want to lead off, or would you prefer me?
You can start. You can start.
So for me, I don't mind. I actually do think the power plus definition of racism is like an acceptable one. But for me, I've always had a tension with like the colloquial or like the scholastic definition of racism as being attitudinal or just being one that is discriminatory. So I'm like, I find
Wait
it
a
hard to like defend it.
Are you saying that your understanding of racism lies in the definition coming from a dictionary?
No, like for me, it's like the tension of should we find a better way to describe what we mean by power plus, or is it just acceptable to say like black people can be prejudiced but not racist?
Why wouldn't we analyze how racism functions in society instead of getting ourselves confused with these different definitions and words and whatnot? Like, all we have to do is just take a look at society, and the answers are right there.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah. So, based on like, well, I mean, I don't know if you've ever taken the time to observe what this looks like in society, but what's your reasoning? Like, how can black people be racist?
I was thinking of like the term of racism as it's always been taught as having discriminatory beliefs or treating people differently. And it's like, okay, in theory, I could treat someone that is non-black differently than the way that I treat other black people. So I've always like, yeah, I could be in theory racist if I had discriminatory beliefs or actions towards people who weren't black.
This is weird. If I have two black people, right? I give one black person ice cream and I give the other black person no ice cream. I'm treating them differently. Is that me being racist? I need you to like explain more, like what you mean. Because just treating real quick, sorry. Just treating someone differently doesn't equate to racism. We're talking about a hierarchy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's I think dig deeper into this.
So if I treated people differently as a class, differently on the basis of their race, then that's where I would be like, yeah, then I could be racist. And so
you are a black person?
Yes.
Jesus. Okay. But there's a hierarchy though, and the hierarchy like function like if this wasn't a hierarchy, right? Then sure, different groups could do different things to each other, but we're talking about a hierarchy. Where do black people fall in this hierarchy?
Generally in the West, near the bottom, if not the bottom.
Well, globally, it's at the bottom. So if you understand that, how then can we be racist?
Because I was looking at I was thinking of it from the standpoint of like my interactions interpersonally with other people. And I was defining as like, can't I be racist because or have racist beliefs?
Your beliefs about racism are going to come from where? This society, right?
Yes, or the way I've been raised. Yeah.
Where we've been conditioned and socialized to pedestalize whiteness and to demonize blackness? You're saying that there's people who have beliefs outside of that?
You can't, I don't think you can have or invent ideas wholesale unless without leaning on ideas that you've already been exposed to. No.
Yeah, so then how would this be possible?
No, okay, I see where you're going. Yes. So I'm trying to figure out a way to articulate my understanding of what you're saying. So because of the fact that we don't have operational power and systemically we are, and globally at the bottom, then we don't have the means to be racist to other people in a way that matters?
Well, we can't be racist because we've all been conditioned to demonize blackness and see blackness at the bottom and to treat blackness like literally black people losing their lives en masse because of this hierarchy. And you're saying that it's possible for people to exist that can like deviate from that.
For the sake of argument, like let's say someone has like tried to deconstruct, their internalized anti-blackness, then could they not then have like ideas that are prejudiced or discriminatory towards other races as a class?
No, because they would understand that that's harmful if they're deconstructing. But deconstructing is also not something that has an endpoint. Not while these white power structures still exist.
And I guess if you've deconstructed anti-blackness, you would deconstruct race as a social construct.
Deconstruction doesn't have an endpoint, not right now, because we're still functioning and living within these white power structures. It's a continued thing. You're going to be deconstructing until your last breath. Does that make sense? I don't know where you went.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So you're never really going to be able to separate away from how we've been conditioned and socialized. I think maybe the disconnect for me is if we understand how these power structures work and we know that they impact the ways in which we behave towards each other, how is it that on an interpersonal level I can exhibit racism towards somebody else when my existence is perceived as less than already?
Okay. No. Yes. That. Yeah. Okay. This has been educational. Thank you. I just didn't know how to articulate. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I don't really use like the power plus prejudice type of thing. I don't really use that. I just I think it's more important to understand how racism functions and what that looks like. That's a lot more. It's going to help you understand racism a lot more than just like trying to figure out different definitions,
Yes. All right. Thank you.
But yeah, you're welcome. This also wasn't my first time. I was just joking around, but.
We going to the mountains when we drive. Say we're going to the mountains when we drive. We'll be swimming in the ocean while we're climbing on the mountain. We'll be farting in the Winnebago when we drive. Okay, Liquid, you're not loading up. You're going to have to drop and re-request.
I forgot to say one more thing. I really enjoyed that discussion.
Yeah.
It was a back and forth. There was no ego.
Yeah.
It was actual wanting to understand, That was a great discussion.
That was beautiful. Made me happy. Superstar, you're not loading up. I'm going to have to go ahead and drop you. Please re-request. We'll be going on vacation where we stay home. We'll be staying home when we go on vacation.
Nigger, go kill yourself, you fucking nigger, fat nigger.
We'll be going to the gas station while we're riding on a moped. We'll be eating on the chicken when we grow. Hello, Sonny.
Hello. I don't disagree with anything that is on here, but I'm curious if we're saying that all masculinity is toxic, would we, because I'm of the general opinion that gender should be abolished as like a concept that we use in society. Would you agree with that? If we're like extending it, or is it cool? All right. Thank you.
No problem. We'll be riding on a moped when we swim. Yeah. Hey, look, a nice little staycation. Think about it. If you bust a 9 to 5 down, okay, you spend maybe 6 hours of waking time in your house a day. Hopefully, right? On the weekends, some of y'all like to clean up. Maybe some of y'all don't like to clean up. Maybe some of y'all are like super solid, and you wait until the mess brings you anxiety and then go on a feverish cleaning frenzy. You know what I mean? But that takes up time, right? And I know folks who take time and care to get their abode up to their standards, where the way they like it, and they never just get to enjoy just living in the house. If you got kids, you're cooking and you're cleaning and you're fixing stuff and you're doing homework. And what if you just took some days off to just sit there and just go, nice. Now, I know capitalism, so there's several people that can't take the time off and just go, nice. Niggas be working on Labor Day. You know what I'm saying? I don't wash a lot of dishes. I put a lot of dishes away. I don't wash a lot of dishes.
Giggity giggity goo, there's a nigger.
What a waste of time. They'll be riding in the station when they fart.
Hey man, how are you?
Really good.
Okay. So let's see. Black people can be racist. All right, I have a question about that. Do you agree with that or disagree with that?
I'm not going to answer your question. I want you to use context clues and figure out why you're here.
Okay, because I want to debate.
Okay. Do you think I put this up here because I disagree with it?
Well, I wouldn't. Well, some people do, but I would say that I think you do agree with it, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I had a question. Okay. So, well, let's debate. You said black people can't be racist. Why do you think that? I mean, like, for example, you can call a white person a cracker or something else. Why wouldn't that be racist? But if someone calls you a slur that's used for black people that is racist, I mean, make it make sense.
Because racism is not just a dude doing some stuff.
Explain to me how a color cannot be racist just because you're black. I feel like you're just like, you know.
I don't think I can. I don't think I can. First, you would have to know what race is.
I mean, it seems like you're like making it seem like, oh, black people are the best and they can't be racist because they're black.
Well, you know,
right.
that's understandable that you would think that because you clearly don't know anything about this topic.
I mean, you still haven't answered the question, so it looks like you don't know anything.
I don't want to because you don't know anything.
How do I not know anything? I just said black people can't be. I just gave you an example.
Me how a color can't be racist.
Okay. How can an African American? So African Americans can't be racist?
Why are you still trying? I've given you an answer. I don't want to tell you stuff. I would be teaching you stuff. And you would be fighting.
So teach me.
Excuse me. I would be teaching you stuff and you would be spending all of your time fighting the information with nothing to back it up. With zero shit. Stop. You would have zero shit to back it up with. You would be fighting for no reason, just based on your feelings.
I can back it up. Looks like you don't want to talk because you know I'll win. Simple as that.
Okay, I mean, that's what you think, right? All right.
That's what I know.
Okay, the reason I think that black people can't be racist is because structural functionalism would dictate that racialization lies within the hands of the dominant racial group, that it requires a monopoly on violence, greater proximity to power, and a majority of control over resources to launch a racial project effective enough to instate a hegemony.
Nothing you just said really answered the question. I mean, instead of saying all those big words, just use a small, just explain this. Why can't black people be racist? That's a simple question, right?
You shouldn't be here.
If an African American calls a Mexican person a beaner, that's not racist?
Those aren't racial categories.
Nigger, 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 nigger.
I'm going to share something with you. The majority of the people who request up, right, don't have the knowledge base necessary to actually have the debate. That's why they get to asking for so much shit. They just require so much information. And what they're essentially saying is, get me prepared to have this debate. In what other arena is that the case? Outside of sociology, nobody else does that. Outside of sociological issues, nobody else does that. In the political sphere, motherfuckers go off and they read shit. They look at the news. You know what I'm saying? They even the ones who are wrong, even the Kadunkachuds, have some sort of education, if not indoctrination, by their political party, right? And so they have what they at least feel arms them with the ability to participate in the conversation, right? A motherfucker don't be like, yeah, well, they lost by 4 million votes. What's your definition of vote? The reason why these motherfuckers keep coming in and asking for definitions is because they don't understand race. They understand white and black. They understand high and low. That's it. That's it. Low is supposed to stay low in their mind to protect the structure. High is supposed to stay high so that the structure is maintained. That's all they understand. They have not taken the time to parse through how many races they are, which races those are, the historical context of these races, what influence history may have on current times, the macro level disparities across racial lines right now. They don't know what racial stratification is. They have no cognizance of any sociological foundation. Sociological issues are the only sphere where this silly shit happens, where a motherfucker come in and go, when you say masculinity, what do you mean? Like protecting? When you say masculinity, what do you mean? Like fighting? Like being a leader? Because all they understand is the hegemonic conditioning. Their training has been, their education, their socialization process has been hegemonic. So what they do understand, even though they won't admit it, is the fucking hierarchy. That's it. That's all. Yeah, if he... Bradley.
Hey, man.
What's going on, family?
I'm writing a script. How about you?
W script. I'm debating.
Hey, Bradley.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to join.
No
I was
worries.
just listening. My fault.
No worries. I appreciate you. Petty, what you mad at Bradley for? I think Petty's mad at you for encouraging to make my TV show. Oh, for eating the turtles. Listen, we gonna eat some turtles. I don't give a fuck. Hello, Mika.
Hurry up, bitch. Hurry up. Like I said, hurry up.
Mika, you know you up here? Here, let me drop you, because I don't know what's going on over there. It be happening.
Have you ever seen an alligator turtle? Have you ever seen an alligator turtle?
I have not. Do they have those ugly noses?
Their faces are huge and they have long tails. I saw one for the very first time yesterday. It's like an alligator with a shell.
I wonder what it tastes like.
Same. Not gonna hold you.
I don't know, but they're huge.
Most likely like chicken. You gotta fry that thing up.
Well, I don't think so.
Alligator tastes like chicken to me. I ain't never had a turtle though.
But, cause like, you know how rabbits taste like chicken?
See, they don't taste like chicken to me. It's
really?
It's more. Well, the way I had it prepared, it was more like a pot roast. It was so tender. Oh my gosh, like melt in your mouth. It was so good. I had braised rabbit. I'll do it again.
Rabbit's a bit more gamey, like deer, venison.
Yeah, I like venison too, though. But venison. But I've had tender venison.
Yeah.
And I think both of which were slow cooked, right? Like I think they were both like from out of the crock pot somewhere.
But I've had crock before in Australia, and it's like chicken.
Yeah, it's like chicken. That's what I said.
Yeah, it's like a tuna steak without the fishiness. It's very meaty. I know. I came up because you were talking food. I'm like, I'm there.
Okay. I'm gonna let you down because I'm looking for debates.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
no worries.
No problem.
Cheers.
Yes, Swan. Yeah, bro, rabbit tastes more like beef to me. I ain't gonna hold you.
Gracias to Sarah for the $10 for the Isla de Congo. We had a guest a couple nights ago that thought that the Congo was in South America.
You can't be serious, right?
Wish I was joking.
I believe her wholeheartedly.
Wish I was. He was South American himself
education. Too. Let me see here. W in the chat for the $5 dono from Amani, saying thank you for the education. W, too many thoughts for the $1 dono that says, do you think it's harder for Europeans too? I can't see the whole thing. Racism is just U.S. racism. They don't understand. No, I think that the obstinate, again, I think it's the hegemonic conditioning. Thank you. Too many thoughts. You're about to get an air horn. W, Tiffany for the $10 dono that says, just because hugs, you know what you're about to get. An air horn. Oh, y'all, because of the doxing thing that I told you about, I do want to protect my family. And so you can totally tell me no. You could say, save it for the thing, right? Okay. Or you could say do fundraising separately. Okay. I usually take my firearms with me when I travel. Okay. And I was hoping to be able to leave one at home. Y'all let me know if it's all right for me to use some of the GoFundMe money to just put another handgun in the house.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, y'all. Thanks. I wanted to be upfront with you about what, if I spent it, what I was spending it on. So will do. I'll take my son probably tomorrow to get his ready. Only because he's been to the range the most. W in the chat for the $10 dono from Sarah that says, for the movie. W in the chat for Void for the $1 dono that says, for the education you do, sorry, it's not more. No, it's listen, what you send is the right amount. Excuse me. Uh-oh. All right. Box Lunch, did you know you're in the request? Oh, yeah, I'll eat him. I'll eat that turtle.
You see the tail on this guy?
More meat. It's like an oxtail, except it's turtle tail.
That's wild.
With some rice and pea. Yes, Box Lunch,
bad.
did you know you're up here? Okay, I'm going to let you down.
My bad.
No worries.
He looks like he can be smoked.
Yeah, just sat up there. Just sat up there.
He does look more like he would be appealing to eat, but scary to approach though.
Just rotate. Or ever just sat there and you put that wood in there? I would use cherry wood. Just sit out there with a nice tall cerveza. Yeah. Wait, what color is the meat on the turtle? Is it white? Or is it
I
dark
don't
meat?
know. I've never seen the inside of a turtle.
Let me search it up real quick.
Uh-oh. I did it wrong. Hold on, y'all. W. Manders for the $10 dono. I can't really see it. Toward Young Solid's new firearm, we got a wall for doxers. I know that's right. Stand by for your air horn. Yeah, them jokers. Yeah, I can't. Dead naming my child was the. Yeah, that was the wrong thing to do, Slim. Like, yeah, that wasn't okay. That wasn't okay. You can attack me, you can fuck with me, but leave my kids out of it. That's a little terrifying because that's clearly a dinosaur.
I mean, a crocodile didn't stop us.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, again, this is fish adjacent to me because he's chilling. He's in the water. They're in the water, just kind of hanging out.
Fish adjacent.
Yeah, turtles they're amphibious.
I like how you say you would eat anything once, but like the head presenting on the dish is what stops you.
That's it. You take that head off and I'm straight. Even though
I'm standing up on 2 feet.
Oh, you can get on 2 feet?
Mm-hmm.
That underbelly looks soft. I think I know what time. Hello, Sage. Did you know you're up here?
I did not mean to come up.
Okay, that's. I wanted to say I was scared that some sensitive information was going to be spoken. Some, you know what I mean? Some like candid private conversation was going to be spoken. So I went ahead and let you down just in case. Franklin, especially Franklin. Franklin's such a Poindexter. Little backpack, little red hat, like, hi, I'm ready to go. Nerd. You about to get 8.
You know what I liked about Franklin, though?
Mm-hmm.
He was not ashamed to display his emotions, and he always accepted solutions on how to manage his emotions.
I tell you what, I'll take Franklin over Caillou any day.
Yeah, I agree.
But Bluey and dang it, I don't forgot her name. Bluey's Peak. Who did I say? Caillou, Franklin. What is that little girl name? Peppa Pig. It's Peak. Yeah, I like Bingo too. Bingo's cute. Yeah, Peppa's Peak.
We don't have a Little Bear anymore. When I tell you Little Bear changed like my whole nervous system was just at ease every single time Little Bear was on.
Just a calming wash.
Mm-hmm. That little duck would come along and squawk out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? But Little Bear would just be like, hey, and just calm the whole room.
Hey, calm down. Gullah Gullah Island. That shit used to be lit too. Lil Petty was obsessed with bubble guppies. Bubble, guppies. I used to like when they would line up for recess. Line up, everybody line up. I can't remember the whole jump. That shit was fire. Bubble guppies used to rock. Toot. Wait, another friendly? What is happening?
LeBron or Jordan?
I'm gonna say
Steph Curry.
Black Mamba.
Alright, that's Luka Dobu. Alright, have a nice day.
Take care. Yeah, I don't see. Listen, okay, so LeBron. I mean, come on now, you denying LeBron? You can't nobody deny LeBron. But then it's just like at the end of the day, it comes down to right. They do well the stats here, but then you go like well comparatively for their time, what would have been the outcome? Who's greater per the stats per the time? Who's greater per the stats per the league, like who their opponents were, but all of that stuff. Honestly, it just comes down to your era. It really does. I have this theory that how much you love a song, how much you love a song can be influenced by your environment when you hear it.
I was just gonna come up. Hi everyone. I was just gonna come up and say that like when I have these conversations, I'm just gonna do what LeBron does every single time he starts losing. I'm just gonna call foul. Like every single time, like they're about to prove me wrong or something, I'm gonna be like, foul.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna fall down.
All right, that's fine.
Physically,
Is
I'm gonna stand
LeBron?
up.
Let me ask you this: is LeBron James bad at basketball?
Foul.
That's really funny.
Just saying. All these friendlies requesting up. We don't have enough time to restart, so we're gonna have to thug it out. Hello,
Yeah,
Void?
my kid grabbed my phone. I am so sorry.
No worries. No worries.
Babar.
Yeah.
Mia in the chat said Babar. Do y'all remember Babar?
Oh, the elephant. I didn't watch it too much because I didn't have cable growing up. Was Babar at Nickelodeon?
I don't think so.
I didn't get cable till I was in high school. Yeah,
I didn't get cable until I had my own cable money.
Yeah. Yeah. It was on Babar was on HBO. Whoa. Yeah, rich ass elephant. I remember vaguely. Yeah. But big comfy couch raised me for real. For real, the kid shows that I used to watch were like In the Heat of the Night, Golden Girls, Designing Delta, Night Court. The kid shows that Babar did look boring to me. Designing Women, sorry. Designing Women.
You remind me of something. I think those toads in Naruto, they would taste good.
See?
Mm.
See?
Mm.
You got frog legs is, already confirmed a good meal depending on how it's prepared.
Factual.
It's already confirmed.
Exactly.
So. Long as they not like poisonous or some shit. That's how we. Listen. Okay. I'm gonna find a way to trick Petty into teaching this women's studies class, so I could focus on the this sociology of food class. How many of y'all, show of hands, how many of y'all in school were presented with the who eat bugs, or who out here eating bugs, and da 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 da.
Wait,
Would you eat some crickets? Would you eat some fried crickets? That's what it was. Not fried crickets. What was it?
Are you saying how many of us have eaten bugs?
No, like in school, if you've ever taken a class where they do the bug example, like I think it was like fried crickets or some shit like that.
Crickets are good.
And people
I
reject
don't
crickets.
food shame people. Food is food. Food being fed is what's best. I'm just saying, you're not eating my turtles.
Not yours in particular.
They're my favorite animal.
Just
Little Petty's nickname is Turtle. You can't do it. You can't.
Okay.
Not allowed.
Just real quick, let me. Don't let Petty catch me eating
You're gonna eat turtle while you hang out with Santana?
Yeah, we're going. He found us a nice turtle spot. That's it. So, you know who would be really great? I mean, I could do this gender studies, this women's studies class. You know, I think I could do. I'd be really good at it. But you know who I think would be really great at teaching the women's studies class? Who? Wait, Petty, don't you have like a master's in
I gotta go.
studies?
I'll talk to y'all later.
Don't you have like a master's in women's studies? I think you would be really good at teaching in a women's studies class. What do you think?
I think that if I was supposed to teach people, I would have became a teacher.
Okay, all right. That makes sense. That makes sense. Hey, didn't you tell me like you studied gender theory?
What?
I just seem to remember something like that.
You know,
I can't put my finger on it though.
I could listen. Whoa, that's loud. I could help put together a syllabus. I could give the books. The teaching part, I don't have the patience. I want to mute everybody.
Yeah, that's what the makings of a great teacher. Tell those students to shut up. Send them to in-school suspension. Yeah. Way to contribute to the school to prison pipeline there, Petty.
That is not what I said.
You heard it here, folks. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
And we could talk about it. I'm not saying no.
I will look for a syllabus.
I don't want to be on camera.
Today or tomorrow, I'll look for a syllabus. And we'll just
yes, J Hops. I do think you're loud
syllabus.
and obnoxious. Yes, I do. You specifically, no, absolutely not. I don't know, guys. I could. It's the being on camera part I'd have to get over.
Don't be on camera. Run it like a Zoom.
I'm never on camera. You'll never see me on camera. Actually, I have cammed up twice. If you missed it, that's on you.
Yeah.
I have missed it, and I'm sad about it.
It's on YouTube, but I'm not going to tell anybody where I'm.
Why, though?
I don't like being on camera.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm actually a 70-pound-year-old white man with no.
70 I'm big backed. I'm not much on the eyes, right? And I do it with ease. You know what I'm saying?
Solid. People be out here sexualizing women and stuff, and they don't be listening to the stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right. Yeah.
This makes me want to cuss them out. You know,
like Buddy here who can't stop chasing Swan around. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna go now before I get mad.
Okay, all right. Yes, Lodi.
Who's chasing Swan?
You.
I'm not chasing.
The only time I ever see you is when Swan is in here.
Really? I've actually tried to come up once or twice. No one accepted me. So.
Okay, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any record of that?
Swan.
Can you give me data? See? Told you. Here's what I'm going to do.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Yeah. Swan doesn't know you. All right? We're
Swan.
Put a stop to that. You said what?
Swan, I'll make you a top hat that covers your entire face.
Hey,
That
what's up,
would be
bro?
awesome.
So, how you been, man?
Like Sia.
Like,
that would be so cool.
Like the Akatsuki.
I don't know.
That would be
like
really
the
funny.
Akatsuki, like the
Who's that?
Akatsuki.
Who's that? Who's
From
Akatsuki?
Naruto.
Wait, hold on. Something's vibrating.
From
Akatsuki?
Naruto.
Wait, hold on. Something's vibrating.
Somebody call 911. This man is up here hacking up
Damn
a
it!
lung.
Not my work phone. It's crazy. On a Saturday. What time is it? Noon on a Saturday.
Yo, why you keep on muting me, man? You ain't seen me in a while, man.
You got a. Do you have a point?
Oh, I muted him again.
Oh, you did? Give me a high
Yes,
second, Joe.
I got a point. I
Work
think
phone on a Saturday is crazy.
I don't think black people can be racist, to be honest. You know what I mean? I think white people are all racist. You feel what I'm saying? And
Well, we don't agree with that, but we also won just now.
well, I mean, to be honest, yeah, you're right. You're right. You know what I'm saying? Like, racism is taught. It's not. You know what I mean?
What's happening? And why can't I find my phone? Oh well, I'll find it one day.
Yo, appreciate that for that cat, man. Whoever sent that to me, you feel me?
All right. I don't know why it's like I'll be hurting for ops and then I'll get ops and I just like, oh, I don't want this one. And so I throw it away. Joel Hodges going once, going twice. Whoa, that's a lot. Thank you.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. Hey, I don't want to take up much of your time. You weren't getting a lot of opposition, so I wanted to jump up here and reference something you were talking about earlier that has nothing to do with your prompts. So, first of all, let me ask you, have you ever swam in a pond?
No, actually. A lake, but not a pond.
A lake just doesn't have quite the same. It's just not the same.
It's not the same as a pond.
A pond is much dirtier.
I don't feel like I've been around enough ponds deep enough to necessarily swim in. Like I've gone to summer camp and they had a pond and it was just kind of like I could get in that motherfucker, but ew.
Yeah, you really don't want to unless it's your only option.
It's like,
but anyway,
the shit in there.
right,
Dirty.
right.
Water's green.
Exactly.
I don't want that.
It's nasty. Well, that's where turtles live. So that's what turtles taste like.
You're saying if I was hungry, if I really needed a snack, I could just find me a pond, is what you're saying.
You will find a million snacks in a pond, but they're going to taste like that pond.
Bradley, I don't like the way this guest is framing this.
Bradley, take that down. Write that down, Bradley.
In the
Wait
book?
a minute.
How did I misframe it?
I don't like the way the guest. So you mean to tell me you would rather eat something coming from a possibly FDA regulated factory than a pond?
Well,
it's naturally sourced.
It's
organic.
No, hey, that's an excellent point. That's
you know what I'm saying?
Point.
You feel me? Yeah.
Honestly, I would rather like catch any kind of fish out of a lake or go shoot a deer or anything else rather than eat what's in a pond.
Ponds in the world too.
Somebody said that 556 or 223 was too much for a deer, or it doesn't work. Is it because of like a clean punch? They said it was too much.
I don't know about that. I know you can have too much for a deer. I've seen people shoot a deer and blow the whole leg off, which
I feel like
kind of stupid.
I feel like a 50 cal would be too much.
Oh, way too much.
Yeah.
way too much.
But like I feel like 223 would just do.
Yeah,
whoop,
no,
whoop,
I think
and then if you catch the heart, then you all right.
Yeah, a good heart shot with a 223, you'd be fine for deer.
Not a whole bunch of mess. It'd be like super intact, clean hole.
Yeah.
I'll think about that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let you down.
All right. Have a good day, man.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
Somebody said, "You need a 223 for a deer. You're doing too much." No, I don't think I am doing too much.
Okay, I actually really want to talk about this prompt.
Okay.
Okay. So I actually wrote this down. So I wrote it down so I can make sure I said it makes sense. So if you don't mind, I'll just try my best to talk about this prompt. Okay, so I understand the definition of black people can't be racist that you're using. I understand that definition. When black people say they can't be racist, I understand this, this systematic racism, the institutional power. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that exists. Okay. My problem is when we take that definition and use it to excuse individual behavior. Because we've all seen examples of, BLK people making racial comment about white people. We've seen it casually portrayed in black films, in comedy, sometimes jokes about white people, cracker stereotypes, about, how white people talk, dance, eat, behave. Sometimes it's even played for laughs. And obviously, it's not every racial joke is some horrific, act of hatred. I've got mixed friends. We all racist with each other, but we joke around. But when you put yourself in the other person's shoes for a second, and imagine you're white and someone repeatedly, makes comments about your race, and when you say, that's racist, you're told, I literally can't be racist because you're white. At some point you're probably thinking, well, hold on for a second here. I'm still a human being. It didn't personally, I didn't personally create slavery and segregation. Why am I expected to accept being treated differently because of the color of my skin? And that's where I think that resentment can build, because it's not necessarily that someone suddenly hates black BLK people. They might simply become tired of what they're perceived as double standards. And I'm not saying historically
Lodi,
context
can you
doesn't
land
matter.
the plane, bud?
Are you listening to anything I'm saying?
Yes.
Tell me what I just said.
Yeah. Why won't you consider the feelings of the white people?
Wow. This is why I can't have these conversations, to be honest. I'm going to go back and watch football. See ya. Bye, Sway.
Sway?
I mean, sorry, my bad.
Wait, hold on. How was that an
no,
inaccurate summary of what you said?
No, you know what?
You said, I kick it with a mixed group of friends, and we're all different races, and we joke around with each other. But put yourself in the shoes of the white person, which is like, right? If someone continuously calls you or makes fun of you or is mean to you because of your race, and then you say, well, that's hurtful or that's racist. And then they turn around and say, I literally can't be racist to you. And then, what did I do? I didn't participate in segregation or slavery. Then, how is that not? Man, all you've said, none of that is sociological analysis. That's literally just you, I guess, empathizing with whiteness.
No, I'm just.
You literally just said, why don't you just consider the feelings of the white people, and
humans,
and okay, not for nothing. Lodi, stop.
Let me say one more thing.
Lodi, stop. Not for nothing. I do consider the feelings of the white people, but the feelings of the white people are impertinent to this conversation because this is a conversation about social structuring.
But wait.
This is where I struggle with using history to decide who's capable of racism.
God damn it. It's not history, it's today.
Wait, Lodi, I got your back. Lodi, hold on, I got your back. Solid, listen. When the kidnappers do the kidnapping, okay, it's not right for me, just because I've been kidnapped, it's not right for me to make fun of the way that the kidnapped snores. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or the fact that he doesn't clip his toenails.
Yeah.
It's not okay. I need to consider my kidnapper's emotions as well. I think that's
ask
what
you
Lodi's
this?
trying to tell us. Yes.
Can I ask you this? When the kidnapper passes you down to their children and your children to their children, and they say, hey, please let us free you kidnapping SOB, right? That's not very kind or considerate about the feelings of the children of the kidnappers, huh?
Exactly. It's not. And you know what? Here's the thing.
Right.
I mean, we could talk about the fact that they are. I mean, they could end it if the impact or the response to them kidnapping meant so much and was so harmful. They could just end the kidnapping, could they not?
They could. It's my personal opinion. They could. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's what Lodi was trying to say.
Okay.
Well,
W. Lodi, you won,
I'll say
man.
one more thing.
You've brought me over to your side.
I'll say one more thing.
We literally just need to be kinder to the oppressive group.
I mean, that's not what I will say one more thing.
W. Swain.
Wait. Okay, Lodi, if you're still in the chat, do you use AI?
I mean, that's a good question. Yes, Diego.
Hey, big fan. I'm not a Trump supporter. I just have one statement and a question. One, this whole thing about like the whole the Supreme Court basically like the gerrymandering and like white people running on oh, see, it's not racist unless we say so. I could have swore that. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling, but I could have swore that actions speak louder than words. So you don't necessarily got to call me the hard R for me to know that you're being racist towards me. Just want to put that out there, for all the white people listening. And two, as somebody who's looking to go back to school and looking to get towards legal studies, do you have any advice?
Somebody who's seeking legal studies?
Yeah, I'm going back to school to
I don't. I never had to go through the because I was a soldier since I was 17. I never had to go through the process of looking for grants and scholarships and stuff like that, or doing the networking necessary. What we call a school agent, which is somebody that's or an educational agent, which is somebody that's in the institution that can help guide you through the process of applying, studying and things like that. So I don't. My entire education has been a hodgepodge of online schools and showing up to different schools and moving to another state and then going to another school. So and vocational training. So I'm sorry, Diego. I don't have that information for you.
No, you're good. You are a lawyer, correct, or somebody that practices the law?
No.
Oh, so I got you confused with another creator. My apologies.
No worries.
That's all I had to say, my man. Thanks for having me up.
Appreciate you. Have a good day. W in the chat for Halaya Sadiaki. Okay, for the $15 dono that says, sorry about what happened to your kids. This is for the Safeguard Fund. Hugs. Hugs, ya Sadiaki. Yeah. Yeah. Boop, boop, boop. Yes, Don.
How are we? What's going on?
I'm living a thug life, practicing my kung fu.
Practicing your kung fu?
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, can you talk me through this third claim?
Yeah, it's real easy. Masculinity is the performance of manhood. Man is an oppressor class. Oh, shit, what is that, Pernil? What is that?
Papa Reyena.
Oh. Masculinity is the performance of manhood. Man is an oppressor class. The performance of oppressorship is toxic. Therefore, masculinity is toxic.
So look, I can't find like a definitive definition for masculinity, but I would say it's a collection of traits and characteristics associated with, like the male gender or something. What would you say? Like,
I would say that that's apt and part of my explanation.
okay, yeah. So is
Can I
is the
ask you a
argument-
question?
Sorry. Yeah, go on.
Is gender achieved?
Is gender achieved? So by gender, we mean like what you
Right.
associate.
Like, what's the purpose of a bat mitzvah?
A bar mitzvah, yes, like a coming of age.
Rites of passage in Kenya, quinceañera.
Yeah. So is gender achieved?
Those are to transition from girlhood.
I'll say no. Well, I mean, achieved. Like, what do you mean?
So then, if gender is not achieved, then why have ceremonies to celebrate the transition into manhood and womanhood?
Well, I mean, the ceremonies don't make you a man, right?
They celebrate the transition.
Yeah, they do. What do you mean by achieved?
Achieved, basically, the meeting the societal roles and expectations, the traits and behaviors assigned to your gender, ascribed to your gender.
Is gender achieved? Well, so gender is like how you identify, right? Like your sexual identification. Is that really?
Say it again.
So, how would you define gender? As like your sexual orientation, or like your identity?
It is the set of roles and expectations and performances that society ascribes to assigned sex at birth.
Well, maybe it's achieved. I think, like there are broader implications that are thrust upon it, but that there are certain elements that you're born with.
Okay, so let's say being hairy, having a beard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those are definitely like
That's
biological
masculine?
aspects.
All right,
Yeah.
because it's associated with manhood.
Well, because typically it'd be like the DHT that is part of being of male gender, or XY chromosomes.
So it's something that we observe in people assigned male at birth.
Yeah, it's got a trend.
Women sometimes with polycystic ovarian syndrome will grow beards.
Yeah, no,
is
but
it
it's not as
masculine for a
common.
woman to have a beard?
That is an interesting question, but I think that is an outlier sort of scenario, and that I searched this up before. It's something between 98 and 99%.
I'm sorry, that didn't answer the question that I asked. Is it masculine for a woman to have a beard?
No, that's a tricky one with that certain case. What did you say it was called?
Polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's very common, actually.
Ovary syndrome. Okay. Oh, it seems pretty common.
Is it masculine for a woman to have a beard?
No, that's a tricky one. I don't know. I don't know if it's masculine. Yeah.
Does society consider beards masculine?
I would say they do, but the explanation behind that is the trend between the gender and
Society does consider beards to be masculine?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Right. So does society consider it masculine for a woman to have a beard?
Yeah. Okay. For sure. Society can see. Yeah.
All right. And that's because we simply associate having a beard with folks who are assigned male at birth.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. But it's not but that woman isn't a man, it's a woman, correct?
A what, sorry?
That the woman with a beard is not a man.
Yeah,
she's a
no,
woman, correct.
like you can't change your chromosomes for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily biological, right? Like the same way race is not biological. Gender is society looking at things that present on you, looking at mannerisms, looking at behaviors, looking at performances, symbology that they associate with being assigned man at birth. Like, is the moon a woman?
Well, it's not living.
Is the moon a woman?
It's not living, so it doesn't have a gender.
So no. Then why is the word for moon in Spanish a feminine a
Yeah, that's
feminized
to do
word.
with the way that the religion works. I have no idea.
Religion?
I mean, not the religion. The language.
The language, the culture.
Yeah. Like,
Right.
well, I don't know, something to do with it.
So
I have no idea what the
feminization and
Spanish,
masculinization are culture and society dependent.
Yeah, I also think, but like basically every word is either male or female. I don't know if there's actually much implications. Like apple is female. Like,
and it's also arbitrary because it just depends on how that particular culture feels. The word for moon in other languages may be masculinized.
Sure.
Okay, so what is feminine and what is masculine is culture dependent. It's society dependent.
I think to an extent,
it's
it
not
sort of
universal.
depends. Like there are some elements that are, yes.
So it's not universal.
I would say that.
So in a
also,
gender binary or a patriarchy, man is higher up in a hierarchy than woman.
Sure.
Masculinity is the, as you say, set of traits and characteristics. I'm adding to that behaviors and performances associated with man's status. So if you are performing man status, and man status is an oppressor class, like men are an oppressor class in a gendered hierarchy, then you are performing oppressorship. Therefore, an oppressorship is toxic. Therefore, all masculinity is toxic.
So this is sort of like, it's an interesting conclusion to arrive at. Like, I sort of get that if I get that like society has this what it pushes, but I don't think every single part of masculinity is intrinsically toxic for the individual to have, right? Like, it's not. So it's like, what do you mean by toxic, right?
Masculinity is not intrinsically anything. It's It's what's the word I'm looking for? Masculinity is doesn't have any moral value until the meaning is applied by society.
Okay.
So if man and woman only gain meaning from society, and the purpose of man, if the meaning behind man is to be higher in a hierarchy, that's oppressive to non-men.
Right. So like, let me ask you a question. So between me and my sister, I'm taller than my sister, and that is mainly due to my gender, right? That actually is, it's to do with what traits I've inherited on the Y chromosome and everything, right? Is that toxic for me to be taller than my sister?
Are any women taller than men?
There are, yeah, absolutely. But I'm just using that one example.
As a modality, males tend to grow taller than women.
Yeah.
As a modality. It's not a necessary quality.
No, absolutely. Yeah. It's not like every single man is taller than every single
modal.
man.
It's not necessarily an inherent
average
quality to male status.
Modal, is that on average? I get what you're saying, but yeah.
Yeah, modal.
Well, the mode is the middle of
the mode would be the most commonly occurring presentation.
Yeah, right. No, continue. Yeah, this I'm agreeing so far. Yeah.
Okay. So no, it doesn't matter. Women are tall, but if society deems tallness masculine and women are tall, then they are performing masculinity. That's toxic.
Okay. No, but it's not like toxic to have masculinity features, like, because like society might make it toxic.
Masculinity
but it's not toxic for an individual to have it. Right? Yeah, sort of some aspects of it.
No, masculinity period is toxic. Under a gender binary, in a gendered hierarchy, masculinity is toxic.
Yeah, like the social aspects of it, yeah.
That's the entire point.
Well, I mean, I think there's also biological aspects.
Yeah, so masculinity, okay. Can we agree that what you look like is biological?
For the most part, yeah.
Can we agree that how society treats what you look like is sociological?
Yeah.
Okay. Gender is sociological. Again, it's the decisions and conformity that society takes when assigning meaning and treatment and roles and expectation to things about people.
Okay.
So there it is.
I mean,
listen, I'm running low on time. I want to get to these other ops.
Oh, good, man. No, I think you've made like a fair argument there. I would want to say I really appreciate your demeanor throughout this live. You've been really very calm, so I appreciate you for that.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
Hello, Kathy. Kathy going once. Kathy going twice.
Kathy?
Yes, Kathy.
Oh, I thought we were gonna. I was ready for the phone scramble. Oh shit! He said my name. Let me grab my phone. I didn't mean to be up there.
Soul plant. Oh, Solifant. Solifant going once. Solifant going twice. Soul to the lady in the red hat. Shawnee. Shawnee, do you know you're up here?
It's a monster.
What's she watching? Do. Vandal.
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can. You have bars. Your reception is bad.
Okay, I'm sorry, my Wi-Fi is a little bad, so yeah. So, what I want to talk about is how black people can be racist.
Is this going to have anything to do with how society is structured? Is this going to be based in any sociology, or is this going to be about like some videos you saw on
if you look
Twitter?
at the no, so actually I'm very like I know very much, so what I want to talk about is like how the Moroccans and all black people can be racist to the white people, so the intersexuals can be like turned around.
How what can be turned around?
The immastructural.
Immastructural?
Yeah, don't you know what it is?
No, I don't. What's an immastructural?
So immastructural is the prejudiced power of the Anunnaki species and the.
As soon as a nigga say Anunnaki, it's time to go.
I was gonna. What do I even put down for that?
Lizard people.
No, he said Anunnaki. Oh my gosh. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
I don't necessarily have a question. I more so have a comment because I was on TikTok live the other day, and I don't do these often. But first, I just want to acknowledge everybody here. I really admire, Bradley, Autumn Swan. I love your profile picture. It's really cool. And bro with the beard and the cap. I don't know your name, but like I rock with your aura, like your vibe alone is like pretty chill and cool. But my comment, getting back to that,
So
it was,
we are looking for debates. Are you here to debate?
Yeah. My debate is based on like a other live I was on where it was a bunch of African Americans saying, "Oh, like as foundational Black Americans, we're Native American. We didn't come from Africa. Associating us with Africa is disrespectful." I wanted to hear people's opinions on that because that's not the first time I heard of that. But I was trying to speak with them and be like, "Do y'all not believe all life originated from Africa?" So it was like, "Oh, so you created white people, you're evil then." And I was like, what? Like, this is hate speech. And then they blocked me and before I could say anything else. So it was kind of crazy.
Okay.
But I want to hear people's opinion on
Are you familiar with Afro-exclusionism?
No, I'm not. I've heard about it before, but I never looked into it. I'm not familiar with it.
Afro-exclusionism is exactly what FBAs do. Particularly FBAs want greater proximity to whiteness. And so they lean into a white supremacist power structure to try and enforce their own status on some cockamamie belief that they will be able to assume power or excel at capitalism, which is inherently designed to oppress them in the first place. And so they don't want competition. They feel like they are entitled to reparations. And I think that identifying who is entitled to reparations is something that is necessary. However, they are in a scramble and a fight to disclude people. And so they've come up with very silly ideas like you inherit race from your father. That's not based in anything. That's just them trying to exclude people. Yes, Swan.
That's a funny word, cockamamie beliefs.
I also think they were engineered. I think that they were manufactured because there is a utility in the perpetuation of anti-Blackness. And in addition to everything that Solid said, they tend to get rewarded because of the anti-Blackness and Afrophobia. That's how society functions, and it thrives off of that. So you have those that benefit from Afrophobia and anti-Blackness existing, rewarding their behavior, and it reinforces it. And when we see that whiteness is working very hard to reestablish itself right now, you're going to find that groups like that would be echoed. I've never known a white supremacist like Ted Cruz, to be in agreement or be okay with something that Black people have done. And he's cool, with FBA. Would Ted Cruz be okay with the Black Panther Party? Would Ted Cruz be okay with anything Malcolm X has ever said, or Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., or Assata Shakur, or, any of our scholars, John Henrik Clark, Angela Davis? I don't think he would, It's a red flag when a white supremacist agrees with your ideology and the things you say.
Right. They won't agree with James Baldwin or our Grace, but they're gonna agree with the Afro exclusionists. Exactly. And then that made me wonder. Thank you so much for your words, Autumn.
That's authority, Swan Burley.
Oh, authority. Sorry,
Authority,
I saw AUT
Swan.
and then my brain thought Autumn. I'm sorry. Thank you, authority, Swan. But I appreciate that so much because I've been wondering, based on praxis of anti-Blackness and the fact
Just
that we
real
live
quick.
in an anti-Black world, if other Black people can have internalized anti-Blackness, be like, oh, we Native American, we not Black. That African shit is not where my ancestors from and stuff. Because that's what they were saying.
It's also
I was like,
lateral
oh hell
harm
no.
to indigenous people. It's erasure of indigenous people. Indigenous people have had a tough time getting the United States to hold to their treaties and agreements because of infiltration from bad actors trying to assume indigenous identity. But I do have to let you down. I want to try and get one more in. We got 7 minutes left.
I much appreciate it. Peace out.
Thank you. Yes, literally, there are. Never mind. There are tribes that have stopped allowing people to come home. There are people that cannot reconnect with there are indigenous people who cannot reconnect with their people because of indigenous erasure. Right? I don't know how to explain it other than like a cuckoo, right? Like a bird that is not native to the species, hogging the resources from a nest and pushing the other birds out. Right? Oh, Cash App, I'm so sorry. I think that is incredibly harmful. I think Jesus Christ. Jiminy Cricket. Thank you all. I'm not upset. I'm sorry. Sometimes I know I come off. I'm a 6'3" Black man. You know what I mean? Sometimes I come off a little aggressive, and I don't mean to. Because I'm frightening. Because anti-Blackness. You know what I mean? Hey, real quick, chat. Can I get a fuck of white supremacy in the chat? Thanks. W. Josh for super solid for the win. Yeah. W. Amy for the $10 dono for protection. Yaya says no air horn for the protection fund. Sent 100 buckos, 100 buckos, and says no air horn. Somebody sent me 100 buckaroos and said don't play the air horn. Somebody sent me 100 buckaroos and said, "Don't play the air horn." What do you think this is? Do you think this is a place that doesn't give out an air horn for 100 smackaroos? What do you take me for? What do you take? I better listen. Okay. All right. My executive PA is telling me. My executive producer is telling me to respect the wishes of the donor. Thank you very much. I'm very appreciative. W. Valerie for the $20 dono that says toward extra ammo. Yeah, this would give me about 59 mil. Probably, I think I can get hollow point. No problem. Or wait, hold on. I gotta check on it. See if we'll say ball round. This will give me halfway to about 50 ball round. Thank you so much. Yeah. Andrea sends me a $2 dono. Please correct me on how to say your name. For the $2 dono that says not much for use toward fund or grandma candy. Not much, but used toward fund or grandma candy. You know it's going toward grandma candy. You know it's going toward grandma candy. I don't even know why that's a question. I don't even know why that's a question. You know I'm spending that on grandma candy. You know what? What? You know I'm gonna spend that on grandma candy. You know I'm gonna spend that on grandma candy, baby. I'm gonna buy them strawberry Jones. You know what I'm saying? They got the strawberry wrapper and the goo in the middle.
Hey, Solid?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be right now. Can I get your advice on the American martial arts?
I mean, it's all stolen.
No, I mean like.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Look at them.
Straight from my grandma's house. Grandma's candy.
That's the exact Jones I'm talking about too. Look at them.
You see the Charlotte. The only thing that's missing is it Wellsworth? Is that the company?
Werther's Originals.
There we go. Yes, those are the only things missing.
But them butterscotches, when I finish all the strawberries and them butterscotches is all that's left, I'm knocking them butterscotches down. I'm gonna fuck them butterscotches up. I ain't gonna.
Sometimes they have those big squishy peppermints too. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the saltwater taffy. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck them saltwater taffies up too. My grandma used to have a Neapolitan saltwater taffy. Yeah.
Oh, fancy.
I used to knock them down. I used to tear them shits up. I ain't gonna hold you.
Those were the first thing I got when I first got to America.
Yeah. Them shits is busting. The saltwater taffies.
Yep.
Them shits is busting. Y'all, we got 1 minute left on the clock. Let's see what's going on. Do. Hello, Oshun. Oshun, do you know you're up here?
I'm sorry, it was a mistake.
Oh, no worries.
Thank you.
No worries. Peace for representing the gods of my ancestors.
Facts.
Hello, Sean. Sean, do you know you're here? Going once, going twice. Sold to the lady in the red hat. Chocolate turtles are actually my favorite candy. Every year for my birthday, my wife buys me a bunch of turtles. Bunch of chocolate turtles. Every year. And she makes me a German chocolate cake. every year. That's how I knew I wanted to marry her. It was I hadn't had a birthday at home for a very long time, and we weren't even dating. We were just friends. And I was just kind of talking about how I was sad because, I couldn't go home. My mother every year makes me a German chocolate cake. And one day I just go over there just to hang out. It was like a friends situation. It was like a Ross and Rachel type of situation. I go over there, and I knew as soon as I stepped in the door, I could smell it. I could smell the cake. I said, well, I got her name tattooed on my arm before I even proposed. So, stuck like Chuck. You know what I mean? You feel me? All right, y'all. Y'all got pluggables?
Follow me. I'm going live. I'm going to help people. Right now, we're helping a member of our community to remain housed. And then we're going to be assisting the children in the Congo with getting back to school and remaining housed as well. And we're going to help some more people. But yeah.
You right, Elena. It was Sinclair and Obi. You right. Can you repeat that, Swan? I'm so sorry. I was distracted by that because I'm Obi.
No, that was Chef's Kiss, Elena. That was.
Yeah.
No, I said, give me a follow, in my space. Other than debating, we also it's more so about assisting people. So people in the Congo, the children, especially with remaining housed and getting back to school. And then also we are working on keeping a member of our community housed for right now. But yeah, mutual aid and stuff.
Okay, I appreciate that. That's a W. You know what? I think I'm gonna switch to Maxine and Kyle. Don't you think I'm kind of a Kyle Barker? Oh, when I talk deep like this, Kyle Barker. Your looks are laughable. They're photographable. You make me smile. You know what I mean? Kyle Barker. Yes. Bradley, you got any pluggables?
Well, since I'm writing a script that is related to the food subject of today's stream, I'll give you guys a sneak peek.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The crackers believe that is the main dish, for it is unaware of its own dog shit tastes, and understand not the complexity of oxtail.
Period.
W. All right, y'all. All power to all the people. All power to all the people, except for Ralph. Do something good for your neighbor. Ubuntu. Viva la raza. Kachi kapshida. Throw more bricks. Hago kachi kapshida. Wait, hago kachi kapshida. I think I said that right.